Hello, everybody, welcome back. Today, I'd like to start with a question. Who is going to replace you in your avoidant ex's heart? In other words, will they find someone better than you? Someone who's going to love them better? Someone who's going to understand them better? You see, once it becomes clear that your breakup wasn't a fluke, once you realize that it wasn't a mistake and that your ex-partner is, case in point, not going to come back, a lot of people start asking themselves that kind of question. Really, you start torturing yourself with that, right? Who are they going to find? Who is going to replace you in their heart? And I really wanted to talk about it. You see, in 2025, almost 2026 now, finding a serious, reliable partner is hard, guys. And if you don't believe that, go online, download a dating app, start talking to people, and you will realize pretty quickly that finding someone who is actually willing to build something, it's not easy, folks. And by the way, this is true for men and women. Now, let me ask you something. Guess who had that? Guess who had a trustworthy, reliable partner? Well, you guessed it. Your avoidant ex had that because they had you. And I know, I've been posting videos for 4 months now. So I know that someone is probably going to leave a comment and say that I am biased, that I'm unfair, or that I'm bitter, right? First things first, this is my channel, and I say whatever I want. And second of all, I'm not biased. If you're like me, if you are, the anxiously attached kind of person, you're not perfect. You probably have a lot of things that you should work on, right? Your insecurities, your attachment trauma. We talked about all those things on my channel. But you didn't end the relationship. And you proved that you are the kind of person who is willing to stay in a relationship, willing to compromise to make the relationship work. Case in point, you're the kind of person who is willing to walk on eggshells and accept breadcrumbs. Okay? So who is going to replace you? Will your ex-partner find someone better? Who knows? Maybe they will. Or maybe they won't. But the real question you should ask yourself is, why did they even break up with you in the first place? What was their motivation? You see, that's my shtick, right? That's what I do on my channel. I call things, or I use very simple English words to describe what happened. If you watch all of the channels about attachment theory and whatnot, they're going to come up with like very complicated words, right? When the avoidant deactivates, right? That's when they pull away, and that's when they're going to, maybe even break up with you, and then maybe they're going to come back or whatever. Do we really need a word for that? Do we really need a word for a person who simply loses interest for you? Because that's what happened, folks. The reason your ex-partner broke up with you is because, well, who knows? Maybe they found someone else. Or maybe, they didn't feel the butterfly in the stomach anymore. Or maybe they just wanted to see if the grass is actually greener somewhere else. It doesn't matter why they broke up with you. They know damn well who you are and what you have to offer, and they just said no thanks. So wish them luck. Wish them luck. Will they find someone better than you? Well, good luck. But you can look at yourself in the mirror and say that you know how to fight for a relationship. You know how to do that. Case in point, I don't know when your relationship ended. Maybe 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, maybe years ago. and you're still online watching content about your ex-partner, do you know what that means? It means that you're still loyal to that person. You're still trying to understand them. So do you realize why they lost? Guys, let's be real just for a second. Do you realize what they lost? Do you really think it's easy to find someone who's willing to understand a person month, maybe years after a breakup, after the end of a relationship, after a divorce? Well, that's you. That's what you have to offer, guys. Be proud of yourself. Do you have an attachment trauma? Are you, anxiously attached? Whatever. Yeah, maybe. But you're the kind of person who doesn't give up. You're the kind of person who stays in a relationship and really tries to make it work. Don't change that. Don't change that because a person who is, yes, selfish and yes, emotionally immature, decided that the relationship was not worth fighting for. Don't change, guys. Working on yourself, that's a good thing. But don't change, man. And tonight, when you go to bed, when you rest your head on the pillow, know that you're a good person. You're the kind of person that people are actually looking for nowadays. Do you understand that? You are the kind of partner that people want. People who are going to stay in relationships and try to make it work. Not just bail out of it because you don't feel, the butterflies in your stomach. Guys, what did you lose? When your ex-partner broke up with you, what the hell did you lose? You lost someone who just ended the relationship without even trying to make it work, without even fighting for it. That's what you lost. You see, the reason I make my videos, the reason that this channel exists, is because I'm tired of people trying to convince you that seeing your ex coming back would be a good thing. It wouldn't. The only reason they would ever come back is because, case in point, they wanted to see if the grass is greener somewhere else. They realized it's not. And that's when they're going to come back to you because they know you are reliable. Folks, now is the time to focus on yourself and to realize your worth as a person and also as a partner. Guys, I want to end the video with a huge thank you for the comments that you guys posted. In the comment section of my videos, you shared your story, you shared your pain. I understand your pain. I am so sorry that you have to go through this. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for sharing your story. That's the only reason I keep doing this. If it wasn't for your comments, I would have stopped a while ago. So thank you. I want to give you your flowers. Be proud of who you are. You know how to love. Be proud of that. And don't change. Thank you, guys. God bless you and see you next time.